So I woke up this morning thinking, I need a video because I'm going to be gone for a couple days. So I was thinking, what can I make? And I had no idea. So I pulled up YouTube, looked at the latest things going on, and I saw that Dream came out with a new video with a challenge. So I took the liberty of just recreating the pack. So without further ado, the Dream data pack. You go into your world saves, then you go into the world you want to have it in, then you go into Datapacks, and you drag the .zip right into this folder. And it will be right here. So you just drag it into the folder, and I can even delete the old one, but I want to show you guys what I did. Anyways, so this data pack is very simple. I don't know if I got the radius 100% correct, and I'm not even sure that I got the system for choosing the center of the radius 100% correct, but I did what I thought was the most reasonable and what looked kind of like what he was doing. So if I go into survival mode, I'm going to die. So if I go into survival mode, the circle, the sphere, starts moving with me. So I made it run fairly slow, but let's talk about how it actually works. So as you walk around, it's going to move this circle at a slightly slow pace, but you can never accidentally run outside of it in single player mode. It's pretty fast, just fast enough so you don't kill yourself on accident. But when you hop into multiplayer, and I will have some footage of that, the center of the circle is the average of the three players' coordinates. So if I have people standing in a triangle, a perfect triangle, or me and this armor stand, we're standing like this, then the center of the sphere is going to be the bubble is somewhere in between us. And that means that if you want to go anywhere, you mostly have to move as a team. As I walk further away from him, if it was a player, then the actual bubble, I would start to reach the edge, and eventually I'd walk outside of it and die pretty quickly. So you have to work as a team and move together. That's just kind of the idea. Really cool idea by Dream. I might do more of these in the future. Very simple for me to make. Kind of interesting, like a challenge to me. How quickly can I recreate his data pack? Typically, very fast. Anyways, so I'm just going to go really briefly over the code because it's very simple, just so you can see how I did it for the most part. So let me close every file and open every file again. Okay, so main is something that gets constantly played. This is just to kill people. And there is another function called main 5 tick. This is played every 5 ticks so that it's slower so that the game doesn't lag. This calculates where the center of the circle is. Main 10 ticks draws the particles. So the particles are the laggiest part, so they're drawn the slowest. Most computers should be fine running this, at least with 3 or 4 players, but I'm not sure. It should be constant and not get too bad, just depending on what else you're doing in the world. Okay, so first we have to calculate the center of the circle. To calculate the center of the circle, we have to figure out how many players there are, because depending on how many players there are, that'll change where the circle is. So every player it saves their XYZ coordinates, then it sets the value of a global variable to 0, and it adds all these XY coordinates up. So we basically just add all of the X coordinates, all the Y coordinates, and all the Z coordinates of every player. So if I'm at position 1, and another for X equals 1, and my teammate is at X equals 3, then the total is going to be 4 for this variable. Okay, so then after that, we have to do, this is just a efficiency thing, but let me talk about what's actually going on. Then after that, we have to divide it by how many players there are. So to get the average, or the center coordinate, you just do X equals 1 plus 3, so my friend is at 3 and I am at 1, and that is equal to 4. Then we divide it by how many players there are. There's 2 players, so the block between us in the center is X equals 2. And that just works at any coordinate for any value, negative, positive, whatever. So that's just finding the average coordinate of X, Y, and Z. And finally, we have to set up some kind of center of the circle. So we're going to kill the previous center of the circle, put a new center of the circle as an area effect cloud, and we are going to make his X coordinate the new average calculated value, make his Y new average calculated value, Z new average calculated value, and then we're going to make the spawn point of everybody at that coordinate. And I'm even going to go as far as to do it 3 times because spawn point can be kind of stupid. So in the draw function, we have 2 rotations because when you're drawing a circle, there's really 2 things you have to take into account. You have to draw a circle. When you're drawing a sphere, you have to draw a circle first. So you draw a circle, then you rotate the circle, you draw another circle, then you rotate the circle, draw another circle, rotate the circle, draw another circle. And you draw enough circles so that it looks like a sphere while rotating it vertically. So that's essentially what we're doing here. So we're going to draw the sphere. So when we draw the sphere, we are going to rotate it in the y direction, which is like this. And for each value that we rotate to, we are going to draw a circle there. Okay? And we are going to reset our y because our y tells us where we are in the circle. So in the circle, we're going to make a particle that is 10 blocks in the direction we're facing. Then we're going to add one to our y, and we're going to rotate by 6 degrees. So basically this is going to put a particle every 6 degrees for 60 counts, which is 360 when you add them. So that's just going to put one dot on every side of the circle every 6 degrees. Then we come back out here, and we play this function again if Rx is less than 30, rotated 6 degrees vertically. So we're going to look here, draw a circle, look up 6 degrees, then draw another circle, look up 6 degrees, draw another circle, and we're going to look up a total of 30 times. We don't have to do 60 because you just have to draw a circle, you have to go 360 degrees, and then to draw a sphere, you have to rotate that circle 180 degrees because the whole circle will cover the top and bottom. When I look up like that, and that, when I look like this, I'm tracing the front side, but the back half of the circle is drawing behind me. So that's essentially how it works. I have a more in-depth video on my channel about how to draw circles, but that's basically how it works. So that's literally everything in a nutshell. 3 scoreboards, 3 repeating functions, and that's it. And it works. Anyways, I guess I'll leave you with a montage of me working on it, just speed running through it probably, and proving that it works with multiplayer. Other than that, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.